Hey, my name's Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. Today, going over something I've been looking forward to for a while. This is the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye. This is coming in at 131.5 proof. Open this up a little bit, been letting it aerate for a little while. Looking forward to digging into this. I've found that, and if you've seen some of the recent videos, I like bourbons and I like ryes. I may be one of those weirdos that kind of likes them both. And if you watched maybe some of the videos previous, I did a four blind comparison with people, and you could really tell who were the bourbon drinkers and who were the rye fans, and then you could also see the people that kind of played on both sides. I'm one of those people. If it's a good bourbon or a good rye, something about the quality to it, I tend to like them. So I'm not just, I can't like this because it's a rye, or I can't like this because it's a bourbon, or if it's a light whiskey, or if it's a wheater. I'm always going to try it out first. So looking forward to this. This has been something I've been waiting to get a hold of. For those that did see the video when I talked about the Alabama bourbon drop for June, I did not get selected for the lottery. Got some killer bottles out of there just on walk up. My brother-in-law Dwayne he got a lottery number, and he got me a couple of incredible bottles. I mean, and I'm very, very thankful for that. I got to square up with him when we head to the lake house here. But then I was also able to make a trade for this with a friend of mine, Jeremy, and was able to get him a bottle he wanted. Plus, he was also won some of the Redwood Empire samples, which is kind of ironic because one of the samples is, and he didn't know was in the blind, was one that he rated the lowest, I think, ever. So it'll be fun just to see if he still gets that when he tries that sample, and see if he still feels the same way. So very interested on that. But let's see what this has got right here. Been liking I like Rise. It's right in my proof point. It says 131.5, so it's on the higher end of the spectrum, but definitely looking forward to it. I almost get like I'd get a dark brown sugar molasses right off the bat. Getting some of the rye spice, getting some of the oak off of this, but the first hit initially was super sweet. 131 proof, getting a little bit of the ethanol, but not something that's just burning my nose up. Getting some bacon spices, getting some vanilla in there, getting a whole lot of different things on the nose on this. Almost getting a mintiness on it as well. The nose has a lot to offer. Let's see. Let's give it a taste. See what we got. Wow. So nice burn in the chest. Nice rye spice on the tongue. Very, very sweet for a rye. I'm getting a lot of sugars on this. Getting the deep brown sugar. I'm not getting as much of the molasses note as I did on the nose on the first sip of this, but definitely great sugars in this. Getting a little bit of the earthiness, getting a little bit of the spearmint on the back. Kind of reminds you a little bit of a double mint on the back. Not overpowering, but just kind of a light double mint on the back. Very nice mouthfeel. Very good, I'd say medium to long finish on this. Jack Daniel's, to me, has really stepped up their game. If anyone's seen my videos, you probably, I just, outside of maybe their twice barreled, and I'll tell you what, that one's actually growing on me a little bit more that it's opened up. I had a sip of it the other day, and it's growing on me a little more and more. But anything that they've done that's been barrel strength has been phenomenal for me this year. Of course, got the 10 and the 12 coming up from my brother-in-law. Be digging into those to see how they compare as well. I may have to do something for a Jack Daniel's sample pack in the future because I'm getting a lot of the Jack Daniel's stuff. The more you drink it, the easier it gets to drink. Like I said, for 131 proof, it's not burning me up at all. Still getting the very nice sugars. It's, even though you had that initial punch of the rye, it's really not drinking like a heavy rye right now. For me, it's more of like a bourbon with maybe a high secondary rye instead of rye just being the forward grain on this. It's very good to me. You know, I know I'd given out the sample packs for the JDs, but I think I may need to expand that. Do the JD store picks, maybe along with the 10 and the 12 eventually, with their twice barreled, and maybe some of this for something in the future, because Jack Daniel's is absolutely killing it right now. I'm getting a little bit of a bready note on the back of it now too. So you're getting the rye, getting a little bit of earthiness, getting a little bit of the mint, getting a little bit of the oak on the back. I'd say this is probably more a little bit of the leather too on the back of this, but getting the nice brown sugar sweet up front. This for me is a sensational pour. So I'd say that when these come available to your stores, go ahead and try to grab one. I know that a lot of them are a little bit different. I had someone reach out to me yesterday, that Muffin Man, Paul, excellent guy, and he was telling me he got one that's I think 134 proof. And when next time I catch up with him, we're going to trade some samples on some stuff, and he's going to get me one of his that he said he thinks is outstanding. And Paul, for me, his palate is very, very good. Anytime he suggested something, I really liked it. So him and I may be very similar on palate, so I can't wait to try that out. If you're a rye person or you're a Jack Daniel's fan, definitely hit this up. If you're not a rye person, I still think it's very good. I would probably get a pour from a friend or a bar first to see if it's worth the investment. And these are, $69.99. So it's an investment. It's not super heavy investment, but it's an investment to buy that bottle. So if you're not a rye fan and you know that, or you're maybe just, you're on the fence about maybe some of the Jack Daniel's stuff, find a pour somewhere. For me, this is going to be, when I see these and they're different proofs, this is going to be a buy for me like every time. Just because that'll give me something to compare against. And I really, really like what they've done. And just this first barrel that I've had, outstanding. So good stuff. Getting ready for this week to head up to the lake house. Looking forward to that. I hope you and your family are going to have some nice time together over the 4th of July holiday. If you're working, I know a lot of us still work. I've worked tons of 4th of Julys. Just know that keeping you in thought and prayer for that. You're the people that keep America going a lot of times. So, but if you do have the time off and spend time with family, I hope you have some nice pours. I hope you guys have a great week. Looking forward to this week. We'll be busy all week at work and doing some stuff with my church. VBS starts this week, but then after that, the weekend, Friday, we'll be headed up to the lake house. But you all have an amazing day. Thank you for everything you do. Have a great night.